look, man, being a Raider, straight up, it means something. I don't do gotta wear that. You gotta be that. And when you be that, you feel that.
Robertson in the back corner.
And when you feel that, they feel that. That fearlessness, that pressure.
Hey, we are right here. We're right here.
You know what they say about pressure. Pressure busts pipes. But that also make diamonds.
Walk down inside the 5. Max Crosby.
You might get knocked down. You might get pushed around. You don't tuck our tail and run. We turn around and look right. Because that's the Raider.
Not going. Not leave us on this. Keep talking, communicate.
No matter the record, no matter the score, at the end of the day, you want to make an individual feel you. And everybody got the opportunity to win their one-on-one battles. You start there, I guarantee you, you'll be on top in the winning column. Now check game. From here on out, you must go out and play the Raider way.
Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and we have two special guests from Oklahoma. And it's going to be Amanda and Rolo. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name's Amanda. Most people in Raider Nation know me as Black Widow. It's my husband, Rolando.
AKA Rolo. And I'm the husband.
All right, guys. And hey, today is an important thing because, hey, it's going to be our veterans show. Okay, guys, we have two veterans on the show. I'm a veteran from the Marines, and so is Michael. Michael retired as a gunnery sergeant. I got out as a corporal. And guys, it was quite an experience, and we are thankful for all of you guys that go out there and provide great service to our nation and provide us, hey, we sleep because you guys are out there defending our walls. You guys are out there defending us overseas, and we are thankful for you guys. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I second that, man. I second that. Happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. We all know how much fun it was when we were out there doing it together. Marine Corps birthday, man. So never forget the Marine Corps birthday is just before Veterans Day, so we can get real drunk and then celebrate again on the next day.
96, baby. It was a 96.
That's right.
All right. Hey, guys. And hey, big weekend. We just came off this huge win against the New York Giants where we absolutely dominated every single aspect of the game. And I cannot say that Antonio Pierce did not have his name written all over that. Guys, we came out to hyped up music. The stadium was electric. It was just awesome to see the energy that Raider Nation brought out. Guys, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, like, I know that we had been on the down, you know, it wasn't good energy inside the stadium or inside the locker room. But, you know, we make a change at the head coach spot. We talked about it last week. He brought his energy. He brought his attitude. And wow, what a difference in the performance, guys. Amanda, Rolo, let's start with you guys. What did you guys think about the game performance?
Game performance was amazing. I just want to say, and I'm not speaking for everybody in Raider Nation here. I'm speaking from my own personal experiences. But to me, that felt more like Oakland than any game that we've had in Vegas. And I was so hyped up, just so hyped up. It felt really good to have our identity back. I guess you could say. I know Vegas has been a big transition for a lot of us, and you know it's our home now. Oakland will always be home. Shout out to the O. But to be able to go out there and feel that team energy, I think it really resonated with a lot of us fans who have especially been out to Oakland, and to feel that vibe was really awesome. And also, I think it's amazing that AP and was really giving a lot of shout out to the fans. I think that has something that has really been overlooked a lot. And for him to be able to acknowledge us and acknowledge our fandom and Raider Nation as a whole, because we are iconic as a fan base, I thought that felt really good for all of us. And to have that swagger back, the pride and poise. So it was really great start just to even hear that with the press conference to start with.
Yeah. How about yourself, Rolo?
Yeah, I was thinking that when she touched on the press conference, man. I think that's kind of like I kind of knew him as a player. You know, obviously when he was with the Giants, he was he was one of the leaders there, linebacker. He was undrafted, came in Arizona, so he kind of worked his way up. You know what I'm saying, to be a Super Bowl champion, and that kind of gave him that confidence. You know, he's a very confident guy. You know, and he comes in, he just goes into the press conference and just like blows me away, man. I mean, he's like, it's night and day from what McDaniels brought to him. It's literally night and day. I mean, it can't be any different. So the energy that he brought, you know, I was like, damn, dude, this guy is bringing that much energy. I'm not even in the building right now, but just his presence and energy. And he said, hey, you know, be ready because we're gonna be ready. You know, show up to the game because we're gonna show up. And like, holy shit! Like, I mean, that was cool, you know. And then so he brought that to the game, and the team responded. I mean, I don't know if you guys play fantasy football out there, but the Raiders were in the waiver wire, the Raiders defense, and I picked them up, and I was like, watch, they're gonna give me at least 5 sacks, a couple of picks. They're not disappoint, man. They got 8 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 19 points, by the way. NFL.com. But anyways, they didn't disappoint, man. All 3 levels. I mean, the kicking game was on point too. I mean, the O line was really. I mean, they dominated the trenches, which is what we weren't doing. You know, I mean, the defensive part of the ball. They were that thing that was the biggest improvement, even when McDaniels was there. So that improved, but like offensively, it was terrible. So when they came back, you know, they put up 30 points with O'Connell. I mean, I'm like, whoa! Like, I mean, literally, they dominated on every phase, which was really awesome to see. So.
Yep.
No, I absolutely agree, man. It was awesome to see that. First of all, the energy in the stadium was just like Amanda said, electric. I mean, people outside the stadium, I saw people pulling their tickets offline to be like, I'm going to go to this game. Like, hey, I'm not selling them no more. You know, don't hit me up. I'm going to the game, which right there just shows you the energy that was outside the stadium. Now, people go to the game, boom, you know, you got that magnified. Everybody's hyped up. Everybody's ready to go. Then, hey, guess what? First drive of the game. What do? Hey, we talked about it last time, Mike, right? We said, hey, we need an attitude. We need to show who we are, what we're about. So what did the coaching staff do? They talked to the offensive players. They said, hey, you know, let's find an identity. Bro, seeing Josh Jacobs go down there, run the ball, be successful. Hey, let's do this little pop pass. Man, I said, hey, we got something special cooking because that's something that, hey, we lacked in the first 3 and out. Starting defensively like that was crucial. But, hey, let me get a little bit more from everybody else here. Mike, go ahead, bro. I'm going to start with you. What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, you said it right. The energy was absolutely electric. It did feel a lot like Oakland. It was. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I stayed home because I was tired, right? But I should have went. I regret not now. But you know, going back to last week when we talked about that press conference, and we said I think we brought it up on the podcast last week that you know AP said we're going to protect AOC, and Josh Jacobs knows what that means. And I think we all kind of knew that meant we're going to run the football and we're going to put AOC in the right spots, right? But forgetting about the X's and O's for a second, back to this guy and his leadership style. It's great, man. You could really see it in the way he talks, the way he says things. Something I heard after the game that you guys may or may not have heard. He brought all the practice squad players on the sideline.
Yeah.
Asked him why, and he said because they wear the uniform. You know, they're part of this team. And I was like, well, kind of crazy. And that tells you exactly the kind of leader that this guy about these other guys on the practice squad. They don't want to learn too much. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they just, you know, they can get picked up to any team at any time. Who knows? But I mean, he said it, man. And that pumped me up because I'm like, man, this guy's really like not just the 53. This guy's taking it to the rest of the squad, you know? I think that's awesome.
No, absolutely. And I think that's that college football mentality, which is great. I mean, like everybody goes like, oh, you know, that's a weakness because he only, nah, you're bringing the whole team in. You're bringing them in like family. You're taking care of everybody. And we said that was going to be crucial. Having a coach that comes in and says, hey, you know, I'm here for you. We feel like I got your back. So AP has definitely done that. Matt, Let me get your thoughts, brother.
First of all, huge shout out to AP on that, man. That was great work, man. Especially after coming in after getting rid of your offense coordinator, your GM, your head coach, everybody, and coming in and being able to play like that and switch everything around from scoring 17 points to putting up 30, in 1 week. Huge shout out to AP for that. Also, Bo Hardigree, man, that guy put up a good game plan, man. A lot of people give him a lot of crap because he comes from Adam Gase or whatever, but he put up a good game plan and they pounded the rock, man, and that's what we got to do. We got the players to do it, and we put them in the right positions to make the plays, and we came out successful. And that's, in my book, is great, man. Like, the sky is the limit now. We can turn this thing around, and we can definitely make something of ourselves. And great quarterback play by O'Connell. He was putting the ball in the right spots. He wasn't forcing the ball. He wasn't trying to, throw it to just one receiver. He was spreading it out to everybody. O-line played awesome. Defense stepped up. Special teams played, all three phases of the game. We dominated. It was it's the Giants. It's not like we went out there and dominated a top 10 team or something like that. But it was an awesome performance that was 100% turnaround from where we started out at the beginning of the year.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely a morale booster. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's a morale booster. I mean, like, as people say, it was a get right game. We got it right. We looked good. We looked sharp. So, hey, Tony, like fine wine, baby. Go ahead.
You already know. The one thing I've noticed throughout the season, it was Max Crosby's. Everybody, they always talk about his passion for the game and his intensity. It felt like everybody had that Crosby intensity in this game, and that comes from the leadership of the new regime. I mean, he came in like we said on the press conference, and just fired everybody up. I mean, the crowd was hot. Like, I felt it. Like, I was in Spokane. Like, I felt the energy, the electricity was there, and everybody played that way. I mean, I didn't see no down plays. I mean, there was a couple mistakes here or there, like just like any other game, but the passion of everybody playing shone through. And like he said too, like he said, just got done saying, we did beat the Giants, but it was a great start. Exactly what we needed. We hit that get right game, and I think that season just got right.
Hey, absolutely, man. I mean, like, you can see that the ship is steering in another direction. The team is working together. Everybody's moving in that one direction together, which is key because everybody says, hey, man, you got your superstars, you got this guy, you got that guy. But at the end of the day, you need everybody working together to come together and accomplish big things. All right, guys, let's get into this win. All right. I like to talk defense first. As you guys know, I'm a defensive guy. I'm a defensive coordinator. Guys, Max Crosby leading the way with 3 sacks, just like Rolo says. We got 8 total. I mean, we were handing out sacks. It was, hey, we were giving them out like we were giving out candy on Halloween, baby. Every kid that knocked on the door, you get 2. You get 2. Hey, we got DBs getting 1. We got linebackers getting 1. Heck, Tyree Wilson came on, got him a half a sack. Guys, what a defensive performance for our defensive line. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about how those guys turned up and showed up, which has been a key component that we needed. Guys, what's your guys' thoughts on the defensive line? Let me start with, hey, Tony, go ahead.
Man, like earlier someone said about the fantasy football, I picked them up about 20 minutes before kickoff, and it paid me off really well.
Yeah.
And so
that was the luck of the week, man.
Right. I mean, it was the pickup of the season, I swear. But across the board, the execution was on point. Like, we were where we needed to be when we needed to be there, and it was just they played a clean. I mean, it's just shocking. Like, I was literally blown away by the completeness of the whole game. Like I'm watching the game going, I want to find something that I can be mad at, and they didn't give me nothing to be mad at. I like that. But
We
like
have plenty of that.
Yeah,
Man.
we're so used to that.
We've
I'm
had
sitting there
plenty of.
going, okay, hold on a second. I'm usually I'm not screaming now. Like I'm not upset
Relax.
right now, and it was great. It felt good. I mean, by halftime we scored more than we had scored all season in a game. Like
No.
it was just I was just there we go. Let's run with it. Let's see that next week or this week against the Jets. I mean, another good
Oh,
game to set us
we
up.
will.
Hey,
Start 'em again.
absolutely. Hey, Rolo, I hope so. I agree with you. I'll be like, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So, hey, Mike, go
Yo,
ahead. Give me your thoughts on that.
complete game. Yeah, he said it. Complete game. It was. I think it's probably the most complete game I've ever seen the Raiders play, and I've been watching them forever. I mean, when was the last time? When was the last time we shut somebody down to 6 points? You guys remember that? When that last time that happened? I don't. And if
Hey,
it
it's
happened
been a long time since we
on,
won by 15 or 20.
yeah, usually we're giving up some kind of points, right?
Right.
The D line, and it was an absolute sack party. Everybody was flying around. I think I've been saying this a little bit, and I like this player for a while. It's Amik Robertson, man. I don't know. Every time that guy's been in the game, no matter, and he hasn't ever really started, right? He just kind of like started getting more on the field this year, and usually by the end of the season, he's on the field, right?
Right.
Like here, it seems like, and every time he's in there, he makes plays, man. I never understood why he's always so in and out of the lineup. You know, he's the one that gets the picks. He's the one that's making. So I really appreciate that player, man. He's been a good player for us for a while, and it's weird how he just doesn't get on the field as much, right?
For real.
I got a new nickname for Meek.
What's that?
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
In a small package.
He's small.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
5'8". It's 5'8".
Man, that dude stands my height. When
Yeah.
you're jumping 8 foot in the air to catch balls, man,
yeah,
you're a killer. You're
yeah.
a beast, bro.
No, absolutely. I mean, like we said, defensively, man, defensive line killed it all over the place. Spillane's tipping balls. We were getting pressure from the secondary or from our linebacking group. I'd be like, everybody's making plays, which was great. It's a great part to be like, hey, we're good with that energy. I mean, like it's just like you guys said. Hey, we got Meek making big plays, right? Hey, let's talk about right before that big play. They sat him down. They give him another opportunity to come back in. He makes that big play. And what does that set up? That sets up Tucker throwing that bomb. You know, and again, those are the play changing things that we need every single game. And it's been fantastic to see. I was like Tony. I wanted to scream at something, but this was the first time in a game in a long time that I was like, hey, like that's my team. Like I can't complain. And as Raiders fans, everybody knows that you complain about something. There's something that's not perfect. There's something that you want more. Nobody does it right, right? But hey, Rolo, Amanda, what are your guys like?
Well,
Boom.
the only like Antonio Pierce said, our coach said earlier, the only thing that was bad, or defensively, was the rushing defense. They gave up 100 yards to. But again, it's Saquon, man. I mean, Saquon is Saquon. Dude. The guy's elite, you know. So that's really the only, I guess you can say, negative thing that our defense did on Sunday. But I mean, as far as everything else, man, they got the sacks. You know, they got the interceptions. Stopped on third down. Got a lot of third down stoppages. So I mean, if we're talking defensively, that's really the only thing that I see. You know, and that was the only thing. But overall, they held up 6 points. I mean, that's impressive, man. I don't care who it is. You know, we can always say, hey, well, we should, it's the Giants, right? You know, they're terrible. But we should talk about all the other losses we had against teams that we should have beat. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bears with the D2 quarterback. Come on, man. Like they're like,
yeah, right. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, I mean, you can always find something to kind of just be negative about, but we haven't really, every game in the past where there was a crappy team or a good team, we always we always in a battle. We never actually dominated a team like that. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the games that we under McDaniels, you know, hell, I would throw Gruden in there. To be honest with you, I mean, what was the game that we completely dominated like that? You name me one game that hasn't been like that.
And to be honest, there hasn't been that many. And Mike will tell you, I think if you look at it, there's some stats that went out. Like Antonio Pierce was the first guy that has won his game by 20, and I don't know how many seasons. In the past 20 seasons, there's been like 5 coaches that have done it. None have done it in their first game. So I get it.
What's impressive was how quickly he got it done. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it literally, they didn't even give any time to prepare.
Just
really,
4
I mean,
days.
it was like 4 days.
Short week.
Really short week, and then like you said, you touched on it, man. The GM, the OC, and the head coach were, you know, so it was really impressive how he handled all that adversity and then just basically dominated.
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with. I know a lot of us talk a lot of ish. I don't know if you guys allow cursing on here, but we talk a lot of stuff on Mark Davis, and you know, rightfully so. But I feel like he's finally getting it, that he's got to listen to his players. And that's why Antonio Pierce is our head coach, because he went and asked them, you know, they had that big meeting, they aired out all their grievances and whatnot. And he listened to the players. And I truly believe at this point right now that it's the right choice. Who knows what it's going to be like the rest of the season.
Correct.
But the fact that the players are responding to him, they respect him. They have a purpose to fight now because of AP. And I think that's really awesome, because you could completely tell, like, forget last season, but the first half of this season, it felt so flat. I didn't watch any interviews. I didn't really pay attention to the social media a whole lot, because it was like, what do I have to look forward to as a fan? Yeah, I'm proud to be a Raider fan. I'm proud to wear that shield. But now, after this, like, I'm getting hyped up just thinking about it. Like, I'm so excited for the next game. And I haven't felt that in a while.
It was because it was so generic with McDaniels, man. It was so generic, bro. Like, it was like a robot. You know what I'm saying? It was like robotic.
And AP, it simplified things. And I think that's one of the main things. Like even some of the players were saying that, you know, the playbook was too much. It was like a whole paragraph for like one play. Like, dude, you're trying to be Belichick Jr., and that's not what this team needs. This is not the Patriot way. Thank God that's gone. Beating a dead horse here. But like, also shout out to Spillane playing with a broken hand. He broke his hand against the Lions.
And he played.
And he's still playing. Like, the secondary and linebackers are my favorite to watch on the field. And for him to go out there and just like punch it in the mouth. We have not had a defense like this in a while, since like low-key Kirk Morrison days. And I know that's like pushing it, but just oh my God, I love it. I'm having a blast.
No, I absolutely. I agree with you guys. That's where the energy comes in, and like everybody right now gets that energy flow, right? So let's say right now that he's the adrenaline shot. Boom, we got pumped, we got juiced. We knew that this game here in New York, it was going to be an energy game. Lots of emotion, lots of everything pouring out. Now, guys, we're going to go on to game 2 with the Jets. So that's where I really want to see where he's coming in. Now they're going to have tape. They're going to see what they like to do, what we want to do. That's where it's going to get interesting, honestly. I think it's like you guys said, AP has come in like a ball of fire, has changed things. The secondary is playing amazing. I mean, we talked about Amik, how he made that big time. He made a big time interception, you know, to bring it back to the second half. Then we have Nate Hobbs getting an interception, you know, on a tip ball, that those plays weren't happening earlier in the season. You know, the guys weren't playing for McDaniels.
No.
I mean, in my mind, is this what we had all season long? We just didn't know how to unleash it because of McDaniels, which is it's hard to say.
It's that freedom they got to play. It's the freedom that they're allowed to play with.
And they're allowed to have fun now. Like, they brought in that little mini basketball hoop and cornhole.
The dance, the pregame dance, the practice dance.
Practice dance, yep. McDaniels wasn't allowing that. And so, like, Devontae said, I'm sorry, like what Devontae said, he said that they weren't really allowed to do those things. And so now that they are, he said it felt like it was just a job. And
Yep.
I mean, we all hate our jobs to a degree, or we all love our jobs to a degree, but these guys are making millions of dollars playing a kid's game, as AP said. And for them to be able to actually go out there and have fun, that's the fundamentals. And the fact that he's bringing these like basics back is I think it is really boosting them, and what really pushed them to play for AP and play for the fans.
And one thing that Amanda touched on is you listen to your players. That's the biggest thing. McDaniels was not listening to his players. Man. He was more of a dictator. And AP listened to his players. Obviously, he's got that good rapport with them. The owner listens to the players. Hell, even the coaching staff. I heard that Josh Jacobs was drawing his own plays. He's like, hey, these are the plays that work for me. Let's go ahead and run them. And they ran them. I mean, it's like that will never work under McDaniels. I mean,
right?
So that's
for real.
Yeah.
That was the biggest. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest.
They got over that.
No, I agree. And I mean, that's where the coaching staff and players come together. I mean, we talked about it on the Lost podcast, guys. We said, hey, we needed a guy that came in there, brought in the players, brought in their opinions, brought in their thoughts. And guess what? Josh Jacobs came up, they said, hey, what do you like to run?
Yeah.
That's what the OC said, Bo Hardinger, right? He comes in here, what do you like to run? Cool. Guess what Josh Jacobs did? He grabs that sheet, probably goes to the offensive line and says, hey, guys, what do you guys like to run? And we got to make it happen. We got to make it work. Guys, that's the difference in leadership styles. When you feel involved, when you feel like you're a part of a company where you're valued, where your thoughts are like a part of what's going to happen, you play harder.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the post-game speech, right? Who's standing right next to AP? Nodding his head with his dreads. Tay. The guy that we were looking at and we said, man, that's the leader on our field. He's sitting there looking at him and saying, man, this is exactly what we need. We need somebody that's going to let us be who we are off the field, but on the field, he's going to demand the best from us. And if you guys hear anything about AP, that's what he does. He was in every single meeting room this week. That changes the aspect, man. I don't know if you guys have ever played or if you guys have ever been in a locker room, but you're sitting in that locker room, and when your head coach walks in, man, everybody kind of, stands up a little bit taller. Hey, you're slouching in this meeting. Make sure that, you unslouch yourself. And the way that he came in and he said, man, I'm in every meeting room. I know every player then felt like, hey, man, if this guy's here, I got to bust my ass.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to feel that way. And I think this is AP written all over it. This win, AP written all over it. Now I want to see this progression. I want to see what we got. I don't want to be this one night wonder. I want to be consistent. I want to see us keep getting wins. But hey, let's talk about this W like we were talking about. That's way down the future. Guys, offensively. Man, we turned on the switch. I don't know, hey, whether we just dropped the baggage, but we took off. I mean, scoring 30, 24 points in the first half. I bet I was like, are we going to score 48? I mean, hey, I'm glad I wasn't taking a shot for every touchdown this time. Because I'm going to tell you like this, I'd be buzzing by the end of the first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, usually I was like, hey, when McDaniels was in there, I'm like, hey, drinks on me for every touchdown we get. Straight up.
Safe
bet.
Drinks on me.
Saved a lot.
Hey, this game I had to be like, hey, let's clap it up. Maybe one on me. Because
slap hands.
Yeah, slap hands. Hey, Aiden O'Connell, like we said, proficient. No turnovers, no tutties. But I mean, like, when we look at it, guys, he goes 16 for 25 for 209, moves the chains, does what he has to do, makes it happen for us. What's your guys' thoughts on AOC? Hey, let me start with Matt.
Yeah, AOC. He from playing his first game to this game was night and day. It seemed like the first game it was just we had we're playing under McDaniels. We couldn't get anything going under that guy. But you know, once we started moving the ball, we got the running game going. He felt comfortable in the pocket. He, like I said earlier, he was delivering the ball where he needed to deliver it. He wasn't forcing it to one player. He spread it out. You know, he made good decisions with the ball. Hats off to him. And like I said, you know, Bo Hardigree called the playbook for him, you know, helped him out. And, you know, like seeing, you know, the passes he was making, that one that he made to, come on, what's his name? Tucker? Is that his name? Trey Tucker?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when he
Yep.
made that throw to him was like, Jimmy would have never hit that guy. That would have been at least 10 yards short, you know, or it would have been,
Over.
you know,
To the
intercepted
other
one
guy.
of the two, you know.
Lifted or he's too scared. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you know, and he's definitely improved. Like I said, he's improved from the first game to this game. No touchdowns, but man, that play that he had to Jacoby Myers that got us our first touchdown. I've been saying it all year, man. We need to get a little more creative with our plays. And just running the ball, 2 plays, pass it, punt. You know, that's what we've been playing. You know, and it's, you know, people are reading it and calling it out on the field while we're in there. You know, and that play we did with Jacoby Myers, if we can start mixing stuff like that up with that offense, man, like, bro, we're fighting with some tough dogs up in the playoff runs, you know.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, like, it's amazing what a jet sweep will do. A
Mhm.
wide receiver jet sweep
Bro.
changed the whole components of a lot of things,
Look
which
at
is
how-
crazy.
Look at how the offense or the defense read that play, man. Like, they were all going to the run on that play, and he took off around the edge and was gone. Before they even knew it, he was already beating the cornerbacks. So, you know, like, they were like, oh shit, you're like, whoa, that came out of nowhere, because man, we ain't known for that. When's the last time you seen some cool play like that in the McDaniels playbook? You know, nobody's expecting.
Well, here's the thing: he had them, they just didn't
Right.
execute 'em.
Or yeah, I
Like,
guess-
and
I
when you're
guess-
talking about it, like, we executed it. Look at the wide receivers on that play, blocking downfield. I mean, Tay was blocking dudes 10 yards downfield. My grandma could have scored on that jet sweep, bro. I'm like,
Right.
literally, I was like, hey, look at that O line just moving people. Look at those wide receivers blocking the whole game. So I loved it. So, hey, Mike, let me get your thoughts on AOC's performance.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're talking about you know, a little bit more creativity, right? That was like one of the plays that was really creative. But everything else, I thought it was a lot of brilliance in the basics, man. They really just ran the ball and they protected AOC. They let him throw the ball when they needed to throw the ball. I mean, when you look at the last few or the past weeks, you're like, man, this just isn't good, man. It's like even when it's supposed to be predictable, when you get down to the 1 yard line and don't run the fucking football on first down, it's like, what are you doing, bro? Run it 4 times. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing that would drive people nuts. And now it was the right calls at the right time, right? It wasn't. You ever met somebody that's so smart that they sound stupid?
Yeah,
Right.
That's
all the
The
time.
smartest man in the room does not make you the smartest man.
that's I felt about McDaniel. He was just everything was so smart that it just dumb.
Didn't work. Too complicated.
Yeah.
Complicated. I was watching that Peyton Manning cast, and they were talking about it was the Charger game on Monday, and the Chargers get down the 1 yard line and they run like a jet sweep and it gets stopped. You know what I mean? And then they throw the ball again, and he's like, and they would score. They stopped doing all this these dumb formations on the 1 yard line in football. I was like, no shit. I was like, even Peyton Manning thinks the same way we do, right? Like, just run the right. It's like, don't overthink it. Just run the football when it's supposed to be ran. You're in the right spot to do it, and I think they were in the right spot like every time last week. You know, they just played it perfect. That Bo really called a great game, man, and he did exactly what he should have done with a rookie quarterback right there behind center throwing the football. He didn't even make him try to throw the football in the end zone, did he? Did he even throw the ball?
No.
I don't think so. No,
Nope.
I think Josh had it every time.
Yeah.
And
Jacobs had 2 touchdowns, I think, right?
yeah, and why not? Why make the rookie throw the ball in the most crucial part of the football field if you got the best running back in the league last year sitting in the backfield?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's exactly
No,
what
I've
they
been there.
remember back in the days. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I used to always when we played Denver back in the days when they had like the Shanahan days and all that stuff, they would run the ball, run the ball, run
They
the ball,
bred running backs.
run, and then guess what they would do? Like a few games later, they sit down on first and goal, and then they would do like some QB rollout where he's all by himself and walk into the end zone, right? Like they just they punch at people's heads so many times that eventually they could just line up on a first down and have a QB just turn around and walk into the end zone. Like it's so basic, but it's so true. It works, man, and I think it looked great this week.
No, absolutely. And we talked about it last week. You brought it up, actually. You said, hey, I expect a heavy dose of Jacobs, and what Antonio said. He's like, we're going to protect him. The way that you protect a rookie quarterback is by running the ball. So, I mean, and the solution worked. So, hey, Rolo, Amanda, thoughts on AOC? Thoughts on the game plan on offense?
Yeah. I think I think it was a huge turnaround. I think the O-line deserves a little bit more credit. It has completely turned around. Shout out to the O-line. And
Yes,
the whole time this season, I was saying whoever the O-line coach is, because it's one of the Patriot guys that was brought over. I can't think of his name right now, but I was like, he needs to go with the rest of them. But I feel like his job has been saved, at least for now. Because again, they simplify things. And with the O-line doing their job and being able to block and protect AOC, it made his job a lot easier. And I'm not trying to take away from AOC because his performance was amazing. But that the O-line, it works in a tandem. And I feel like that his performance was better because of that. He was better protected. There were times that he did kind of have to scramble a little bit or, find his way or whatever, but he still had the ability to do that. He doesn't have happy feet like Garoppolo did, which freaking pissed me off. He would just sit there and dance in the pocket. And I was do something,
No,
So, so for him to be able to find receivers, find open players to get the ball to and throw more than 8 yards was great. I feel like it was a huge improvement. I feel like he is definitely on his way to becoming a lot better. Not saying that he's bad. But it was his first, technically his second start, but his first full start as far as this new regime with AP, and I think he did really great. And I think it's going to be very solid for him, especially with the company that he has around him.
No, absolutely. I think it's like you guys said, the performance has definitely improved, but it's because of the O-line. When you look at the O-line and you don't give up 6 sacks, man, I mean, you can do a whole lot of a difference. Guys, the performance was outstanding up front from the big boys, and they definitely received 10 stars. You know what I'm saying? When you protect a rookie quarterback, when you run the ball, hey, I'm telling you right now, if I'm AOC, steak dinners on me, baby. Steak dinners.
Definitely.
All right. Hey, I got everybody's thoughts on AOC, right? Offensive game plan, right?
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, Rolo.
Yeah, I guess I can throw my 2 cents in there. The offensive line. How do you protect your quarterback? Like you said, good offensive line play. Running games got to work. Play good defense. And somebody said about not letting them throw the ball in the end zone or in the red zone. Why? Because you got 11 players on defense and the field shrinks. Right, so there's less holes to throw the ball. So I mean, it was a really good game plan by Bo. I thought it was aggressive though. I really did. I thought it was pretty aggressive for. That's basically the most aggressive I've seen all year. And let's not forget that he also audible, man. He was the audible at the line. For a rookie, that's really impressive. And the play that I love the most, I don't know if you guys remember this play, but I think the Raiders had it. I think it was around the 50-yard line, and it was a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. He was under center. He sees the defense. He backs up into shotgun. He mentions something. He does something. Points the middle linebacker out, and then he points to Devontae, and Devontae runs like a little out. He throws a ball on 3rd and 1. Gets the first down. So he audibles that. He sees the defense wasn't going to show, and then he just basically does a little hot route. So I thought he was really impressive. I mean, he's matured a lot. They say that he's an older rookie. He's an older rookie than most rookie quarterbacks. And he said people say that he's a student of the game. He's the first one there, last one to leave. So it's showing that's showing in his play. So it's only going to get better. Let's not forget the Giants defense is the top 10 defense, even without Leonard Williams. I mean, they're solid, man. So overall, it was a great game.
So I read somewhere too on that the Giants defense that what's Leonard Williams or no, it's who is that guy? Dexter Lawrence has had at least like 3 pressures a game.
Yeah.
Every game this year and didn't have one against our line this.
Kept them clean.
That's awesome.
So,
No, and
stats.
it's like, it's like what Amanda said, guys. Offensive line wise, we were dominant, and this is when you win the war in the trenches. This is how it looks. You know, everybody says, "Hey, man, you need the quarterback, you need this guy." Now you need the hogs up front. I mean, any coach will tell you, man, hey, those guys are so valuable. They're so rare. They're so hard to find. I mean, you will never know where you're going to find the next big guy coming up. You can find him at Division III. You can find him at Division I. I mean, it's really interesting when you talk about linemen. I mean, they don't fit a certain mold. I mean, look at Jason Kels, undersized center, athletic as hell. I mean, it's crazy. But offensive line, it's what you guys said, amazing, right? We had a total of 334 yards, 209 passing yards, 125 rushing yards. First time all season, I think we went for over $100.
Yeah.
Which just shows you, hey, you know, what we're about. You know, the only thing that I really was concerned about, guys, though, was the third down efficiency. Okay, the third down efficiency, we weren't so hot. We were 5 for 14. You know, we also, I think, in that case, we need to get Tay. We need to get Tay involved more. You know, again, another game where he only has 4 catches. Now, ball distribution by AOC on point. 8 different receivers had a catch for 10 yards or more. 8. I mean, with Jimmy G, the only 2 dudes that were getting fed the ball, we already knew who it was. It was Jacoby. And it was Devontae. And it was forced, and we would throw it into triple over. It didn't matter. But you know what? At the end of the day, guys, it's like you guys said, AOC did a huge growth. But I think the O-line played a big part. And that's why I'm so interested in this game against the Jets. Let's move on to see what your guys' thoughts is right here, okay? We're coming in. The Jets are a defensive monster. Guys, these guys are no joke defensively. Yeah, offensively, it probably I could throw the better than Nick Foles out there. Or Nick, or what's his name? Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson.
I could throw the ball better than him. Yeah, I mean, the MILF hunter. So I could throw the ball. But I'd be like, hey, at the end of the day, we got to be real with this. They can run the football. They have big guys up front. Defensively, they are stronger on the back end than they are on the front end. You know, I think we can pound the rock against them. That's going to be the best game plan. Like Mike said last week, let's give them a heavy dose of Jacobs, play good defense, you know, hey, da-da-da-da-da. But that's the basics, right? So what are going to be the key matchups against the Jets for you guys? And what's going to make us win or lose this game? Tony, let me start with you.
I think it's going to be our offensive line versus their defensive line. We got to establish that ground game right off the get-go. And sometimes less is more. The simplification of the game plan is going to be get back to smash mouth football, where we can establish that dominance up front, pound the rock, make them load the box, and then we toss it over the top. So I think it's going to be the matchup is going to be our offensive line versus their defensive line.
All right. Hey, Matt, your thoughts?
Froze on for a minute.
All right.
Man, I think our key matchup that we're going to be looking for, I think, is going to be Sauce Gardner and Devontae Adams. Like you're saying, you want to get Devontae into the game more. They got that Sauce Gardner ain't no joke, man. That dude's I think he's better than Surtain in many ways.
Yep.
I've watched him go up against a couple guys already, and I think he's going to give Devontae a run for his money.
Yep.
And we got to get Devontae in. We got to make plays to get him away from him. Maybe we move him around the field. Create something. To get him open and get him more involved. And yeah, like Tony said too. Our offensive line and their defensive line. They got a tough defensive line. Their linebacking core is pretty good too. So I mean, they're all around a good defense. But the key matchup is going to be Devontae and Sauce Gardner right there. I think it's going to be my key matchup for the game.
All right. Hey, Mike.
Took that right out of my mouth, man. Devontae versus Sauce, man. Well, last week he was still being. We started spreading all around. Hopefully, pulled it off. Pulled some of that. Hopefully, that defensive coordinator said, "Let's pull this off a little bit." I don't know if they're going to do a lot of double teams with Sauce Gardner in there, right? I'm looking forward.
They're not going to.
I'm looking.
No.
I'm looking
They're not
very
going
much
to.
a matchup with Devontae Adams and Sauce Gardner. I think Devontae, just like he does with Surtain most of the time. So, I'm ready to see some one-on-one for Devontae Adams, man. I think he'll eat big time this week. And of course, running the football that's elementary, baby. You know what I mean? Let's run the damn football as many times as we can. Let them stop it. If they can't stop it, then just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Keep shoving close. Because if that, I mean, what's the point of throwing the football if you're beating the hell out of them? And it also wears them down, right? It wears them down towards that third quarter, that fourth quarter. So running the football is always going to be the key for me, right up front. But I love that Devontae. I love that Devontae matchup this week. I think he's going to do. If he's still Devontae Adams, he can take anybody down.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree with you. I think him and Sauce Gardner are going to be a key matchup out there on that island, one-on-one. But hey, Rolo, I'm gonna go to you because I know you were already chiming in and you already were talking about that. Say Sauce Gardner. So
Yeah.
let's get your thoughts.
Same. That's gonna be a key matchup, and I agree with you guys. I think Saul's gonna be like, "Look, man, I got this guy. Like, I know I'm an old pro. He's an old pro. Let's go one-on-one." And basically, they're gonna move him around, but wherever Devontae's gonna go, he's gonna go. I guarantee you that. Mark that down. So that's gonna be a key. So the game plan's basically gonna be the same as the Giants because they're almost identical teams. They don't have a good quarterback. They don't really have a whole lot of weapons on offense except for the running back. Breece Hall is a stud, man. That dude.
Beast.
That dude's a stud. He's just as good as Saquon. I think he's faster than Saquon. Faster. He's not as big as Saquon, but he's faster. So he's already burned a couple of teams. That the Bills, he burned them for like 80 yards on one play. So you got to watch him. So the trenches are going to be the same, like I said, the same as the Giants because the last two teams, the last time they played each other, they took it to overtime. That game was crazy. It was like a 12-11 game or something like that. So they're like identical teams, man. They really are. So the game plan is going to be the same. The trenches are going to be the keys again. I think, mark it down, I think we'll get at least 6 sacks against Wilson and 2 turnovers again. Mark it down right now.
All right.
So
I'm marking it down. 6 sacks. How many
6
turnovers?
sacks and 2 turnovers, whether it's interception,
2 turnovers.
fumble,
Book it.
I'm telling you, book it, fellas. So that's gonna be the matchup. It's gonna be the same game plan. Run Josh Jacobs. Don't make him be selective on his throws. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it on O'Connell. Solid work on both O lines. Those are gonna be the matchups as well. The O lines and of course, Sauce and Tay.
All right. Hey, Mike, I want you to go down to the Vegas Strip. I want you to get the odds on 6 sacks, 2 turnovers, and let's put 20 on them.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Got it.
All right. Hey, Amanda, your thoughts?
Yeah, I pretty much echo everything you guys say. Quick little side note. I just hope that Josh Jacobs gets a new contract with us next year. I just wanted to throw that out there. He's also from Tulsa, so we have like
T-Town,
a
baby.
lot of love for Josh here. But Yeah, I agree. I think the run game is going to be heavy. I think he's going to probably dial up his own plays again. Now that they're getting used to everything. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as this last game. I think that because it's such a defensive heavy ball on both sides, I feel like it's maybe going to be like 24-17. I don't think it's maybe not even that high. I think it's going to be really tough for both teams to really get it going unless they establish the run early. And they just find a way to punch them in the mouth, really. I mean, that's really what you got to do. I'm excited to see the Devontae matchup as well. But at the same time, I also feel like that's going to open up Renfro in the slot. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more of a third and Renfro action out there this week. It was good to see him involved more.
Absolutely.
Yep. Michael Mayer.
Mayer.
Yeah, I want to see more of him too. Because when he gets the ball, man, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He gets out there and he makes things happen. And didn't he have a play? Was it this last game when he got the ball and he like stepped backwards?
Yeah,
to get like 3 extra yards or something like that.
On the sideline.
That was impressive. I really like that play. But anyway, I feel like he and Renfro are going to be more involved this game as well.
No, I agree with you guys there. And I agree with everything that everybody says. And if I'm putting my head coaching hat on right now, I'm looking at it and I know that I got to win the war in the trenches. I think we talked about Rolo and Mike talked about Tay being outside. You have that one-on-one matchup. For me, it's going to be what all the other guys are doing.
Exactly.
I mean, hey, defensive-wise, we're going to need other guys in the secondary to step up, to make big plays, to keep that energy going, because we got to stop the run. We got to make them one-dimensional. We got to make them rely on their quarterback.
Right.
Once we can, put them in those situations, then I really feel like we have the advantage. Like we're going to win that matchup, because, hey, he's just not excelling at what he does offensively. What we need to do is give him a heavy dose of Jacobs, which means, hey, offensive line wise, we got to dominate up front. You got to give him the rock, and we got to go over 100 yards. I would like to see 125 yards rushing by Jacobs this game. If we get 125 from Jacobs, we're in pretty good shape, guys. I think we'll be all right, I don't want to put this game on AOC and say, hey, the key matchup is going to be, Tay Adams and this right here outside. Because then that means we're relying on the rookie to throw the ball a lot, to get the ball out there in that situation. And I really like the solution that Antonio Pierce came up with, which is say, hey, let's protect our rookie quarterback. Let's get him experience by playing really good defense. Yep. By running the ball, and by throwing when necessary and throwing out plays that he likes, that he thinks he can execute, which is all key components for me to win, So, guys, we talked about the Jets. We talked about, what we need. Now, since we got 6 on the panel right now, okay? Give me your one key to victory versus the Jets, okay? Your key to victory. This means, hey, this is something that has to happen in order for us to win, right? So on this one, I'm going to start with Mike.
Pretty easy for me.
All right, let's do some math here. So their defense is maybe a little better than ours, but not by much, right?
Yep.
They're all fucking atrocious. Ours is better. So by that math, I would say the offense needs to play their game, and mostly we need to run that football. That's like I've been saying. Running the football is going to be the key to all of it. It's going to open up everything, and it always does. So that's basic old school ass football right there. Run the damn ball.
All right, Matt.
Man, key to the game is going to be. I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be a close game, like Amanda said. I think it's going to be a close game. I think I'm going to tell you right now, key to the game is going to be kicking. We both got some pretty good kickers on our team, and like I said, it's gonna come down to the wire, and I believe it's gonna be a field goal game. I don't think it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be a fight, and we're gonna come out on top. But I have a feeling it's gonna be the kickers that are gonna be the top dogs in this game.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, you know what? My bad. We forgot to talk about AJ Cole, record-setting punting.
I was about to bring it up.
5 punts, 63 yards. Be like, shoot, kicking game on point for the Raiders. Let's go.
Yep.
Hey,
Let's
Tony,
go.
your thoughts, brother?
I would like the key to the game would be defensive line pressure up the middle. Okay. I would like to see them getting pressure up the middle and not always from the outside, which is going to be there. So force the runs inside and then smack them when they come through their thing and show them how we play Raider football. Get right in their face over and over and over again. And just don't let them go nowhere. Just smother them from all areas. So I say defensive line pressure up the middle.
Gotcha. Amanda.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, defensively stop the run. Really, because that was our biggest problem this week. Really, I could say everything that you guys have said as well, but really, also shout out to Carlson. I know, like you were saying, Matt, that
Cash money.
the kicky team. Yeah, and it's funny that you say that. So every time that he gets a field goal, my club and we always go, money, like really loud, because he's usually on the money. So we do that. But yeah, I think stopping the run is going to be our biggest challenge, just because of what happened this week. I think that's going to improve, though. I really do. So.
All right. Awesome. All right, Rolo.
Pretty easy. Amanda stole it from me. She stole my thunder. Pretty easy. It's easy because the passing game, even though they got Garrett Wilson, which is a stud, he doesn't have a quarterback, dude. That guy sucks. Suck Wilson, he's terrible. So if you make a one-dimensional, which is stopping the run, stopping Brees Hall, stop him, you make a one-dimensional, you make him throw, he commits a lot of errors, fumbles, he throws interceptions. Easy win for the Raiders, man, if you stop the run.
Love it.
I agree.
It's amazing how everybody's going back to the defense. You say, hey, stop the run the ball.
That's all they have.
Don't turn it over.
Yeah, that's that's all they have is offensively. That's all they have, man. They don't have a passing game. They have a running game. That's it.
But they can't overlook it either.
No, and that's the thing. And that's where I don't want Raiders fans to be like, oh, they don't got this, they don't got that. No, at the end of the day, it's any given Sunday or any given day, honestly, because now it's Thursday, Sunday, Monday. It don't matter. Whatever the week you got football.
Friday.
Yeah.
Black Friday.
But I mean, like,
oh yeah,
they do have a Black Friday game this year.
They do.
Yeah.
I still think they get that game.
Hey, this isn't going to be a walk in the park for us. And it's like you guys said, all these keys you guys just put out are all things that need to happen. And we need to put it in the Raider Ferrari and gas this bitch up and get this thing going. And let's go.
Or the Raiders 6-4.
Right now, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the way that, let's put it in the 6-4. Let's get the hydros going. Hey, let's get down that I-5 or that 15, and let's hit the switches.
Flip the switch,
and let's go.
What coach in the NFL drives a 6-4 Impala?
To the games,
bro. That's
our
head coach, man.
That's my coach.
That's my coach.
That's my coach.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? And that's what I think I love about Antonio Pierce is that he's endeared himself to Raider Nation.
Yeah.
He came out saying, you know what? This is what I'm about. This is the way I was born. This is the way I was made. And a lot of people resonate with that.
I was born a Raider.
Go and you're like, yeah. And you're like, hey, that's me. And his attitude, his persona, the way that he addresses things, the way that he's head on, that's a Raider straight through. And I think that's what us as Raider Nation appreciates, that we're like, hey, man, we got somebody at the helm that represents us.
Yep.
that, hey, he
Feels
looks like us, drives a car like us,
Dresses
they
like
go
us.
and like,
Hey,
yeah, address,
I don't have a
acts
car
like
like that. I don't have a
it.
car like
Well,
that.
In my dreams, I got a car like that.
Yeah,
I'm actually in a work truck right now, guys.
right.
so there you go.
I took the
But I
bus.
mean, like, no, I got you. But I mean, like, he has a lot of the things that, we can get in touch with, and he's real. And I think that's what his players see as well. We came from a regime where the guy probably didn't even talk to anybody, just like touch shoulders. Like they said, players were walking around on eggshells. But now the vibe is different. Now Raider Nation is lit. And again, I mean, like, I'm going to challenge Raider Nation again, like I did last week. Hey, man, we got what we wanted. We got a high energy coach. We got a high energy situation. Let's get out there. Let's support our team. Let's be about it. Don't just be, hey, I'm here and, we got what we wanted, but I'm not going to support. No, get out there, watch the games with your local booster clubs. Get out there, drink it at the bar with your friend. Represent Raider Nation wherever you're at every single fucking day. If you about it, let's be
You already
about
know. Let's go.
it. Mark pulled the trigger. We already, hey, you know what he did? He brought that big dick energy. He said there and he said, you know what, baby? Fuck you.
Big
Fuck
energy.
you. Fuck you. Hey, I'm in charge. This shit isn't working. My people are not happy. I want my people happy. Boom. He pulled the trick. Now it's us as Raider Nation. It's our turn to stand up, to show up to the games, to give them that energy. It's just like, hey, we talked about it earlier. Antonio Pierce brought the guys that are on the practice squad. Those guys, from what I heard, were bringing energy into the game. They were hyped, for the guys. And guess what? Antonio Pierce says, hey, I want those guys to be able to fight and make it into this game. I want to play for a guy like that because that tells me, hey, anytime I get an opportunity, I'm going to get a chance. So, Raider Nation, make sure you get out there and you support and you show nothing but love to our new coach and support, man, because it's important. I'll be like, hey, do it with your friends. Don't sit at home and just sit there and watch the game at home by yourselves. Hey, we're a nation. There's so many of us. Go out there, have a beer with your friends, support, hey, represent. It doesn't matter where you're at. I guarantee you there's a Raiders fan out there.
Everybody knows a Raiders fan.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, hey, now we're going to get onto the next part of our show where it's, hey, we got a weekly pick'em challenge, guys, just so you guys know. Okay. Basically, hey, we go through the games and everybody has to go. All right. And everybody gets picks and we'll come back next week and we'll see where you guys are at. All right. So, you guys are our celebrity guest for all intents and purposes, right? So you guys will get first picks and stuff, go first, but it's all good. Hey, Mike, what's your record from last week?
I went 12-2, dog.
12-2.
I should have been
Absolutely torching the league this week, right?
7-game party and just got rich and never came back.
Oh, all right. Hey, Tony, what did we go last week?
I made it a purpose to not count it until I made my picks this week. It wasn't good. But I didn't want to dwell on the past, so I'm thinking about the future.
Hey, so
and I plan on going.
McDaniels. You hired Antonio Pierce this week.
You went 12-2 last week, right? I'm going 13-1.
That's what I'm talking.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Matt, how was your record last week?
I was 9-5 last week, so
9-5.
My bold prediction for the Jets didn't turn out as quite the way I wanted it to. So,
hey, no, I got you. Hey, remember, hey, at the end of the season, guys, we'll have a plaque. Whoever wins the plaque, we get to take it home for the next season. All right, and then we'll pass it around. Make your guys championship seasons.
I got
all right, all right, guys. Hey, so we are in week 10 right? So week 10, I got Panthers, Bears. Let's start with Matt.
Give me the Bears.
Okay. Mike.
Where are they playing at?
Chicago.
Ooh, Chicago.
I'll take the. That's ugly.
Okay. Rolo.
Yeah, give me the home team, the Bears.
Amanda.
The Bears.
Tony.
Carolina Panthers. Let's go all day.
It's
No wonder
you
y'all
like
lose the
I'm
record,
starting
man.
off strong. Starting off strong.
Get it.
Hey,
Hey, I gotta
there's
make
his
up ground.
13-1. 13-1. Remember, he said 13-1.
There's
I,
his
I,
one.
I gotta make up ground.
There's your
I'm
one.
going Panthers.
There's his one. First one. All right. Hey, now I got Colts, Patriots. So let's start with Amanda.
I'm gonna go with the Colts on that. Is it in Indy?
It is in New England.
I'm still gonna pick the Colts.
All right. Tony.
Colts.
Rolo nodding his head.
I'm gonna go Patriots, man. I'm gonna go. I think the defense steps up, and I don't really trust that Gardner Minshew guy. He kind of
Gonna miss you.
yeah.
You kind of shade. I got you. Mike.
I'm also going to take the Patriots.
Wow, Belichick keeps his job. That's what you guys are saying right now. Because, he's on the hot seat right now, baby. Ooh. Hey, Matt, what you got?
That's a tough one, man. I'm still kind of torn between it.
Yeah, that's one I won't touch.
Give me the Colts by a fuzz.
By a fuzz. Got you.
Yeah, just by a fuzz. Like maybe I don't know, one.
One. That doesn't matter. One. That's all you need. Hey. Yep.
It's a 3 night up in here.
Browns, Ravens. Let's start with Rolo.
I don't think the Browns have enough firepower. I'm gonna go Ravens.
Tony.
Lamar Jackson's gonna have a monster game. Ravens.
Oh, you ain't lying, baby. Amanda.
Yeah, Ravens.
Mike.
Ravens got too much hype, dog. Letdown game. Here it comes. Browns all day.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. All right, Matt. Go ahead.
They have Deshaun Watson back yet?
They do, yeah.
They do.
back.
Is this first week back?
Second.
Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Mike with the shocker right there, but okay. We all need that. All right. Hey, I got Packers, Steelers. Steelers are at home. Let's start with Matt.
Give me Pittsburgh in this game. I think they bound. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yep.
Tony.
I'll go with Packers. Jordan Love has got to have some kind of positive offensive output this year. So,
hey, all believe in positivity. Man, 13-1. This guy. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm telling
like
you,
1-13.
just follow what I'm doing. It's gonna work.
Like, I look good on my ball.
Oh shoot, Rolo.
No, man. There's a reason why I dropped Jordan Love on the fantasy, man. He sucked, and he can't win on the road. Give me Pittsburgh all day there.
Wow. Okay. Mike.
I'm staying Pittsburgh also.
Amanda.
I don't think you can really refer to them as this anymore, but Blitzburg.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, everybody sweeping. Let's go, except for Bova, hoping for the Hail Mary here. All right, Tony. Hey, now I got 49ers and Jags. Let's start with
That's tough.
Amanda.
Oh, come on, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Jacksonville.
Jackson.
Duval.
Man.
Duval. Yeah. I gotta go for the home team on this. Yeah, Jacksonville, but barely.
Oh, San Fran just getting whooped again.
Let's
All
go.
right. Hey, Rolo, hit me. Who do you got?
I know San Fran just came off the bye week. They got. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. They got what's in there from the Commanders now up front. I just don't see the Niners losing 4 in a row. I'm gonna go Niners.
That's fair too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Bova.
The touchdown streak does not end this week. 49ers are going to run the ball all day. 49ers.
Mike.
Basically the same reasons that Rolo just said. They're coming off the bye, and they've lost 3 straight. And the Niners aren't going to lose 4 games in a row coming off a bye. I don't think that's going to happen. Give me the Niners.
Gotcha. Matt.
So the key to this game is going to be Christian McCaffrey. How is he doing?
He's good.
Bro, he's
Damn
good.
I thought he was injured last week or something.
No, he's good.
No,
Is he
no,
good?
no, he's
Okay.
good. He's solid.
Yeah. Okay, then give me the Niners because I thought he was still out. I was going to say he's going to be the key to that game because the last couple games without McCaffrey in there, with Purdy showed his colors. He's not that good without McCaffrey.
Lone wolf.
It just shows what a run game does for a quarterback, right? That's the truth, man. All right. Hey, Saints and Vikings. Mike.
It's time for Derek Carr to have a letdown game over there. Give me the Vikings.
Oh, Mike. All right. Letdown game for Carr. Let's put some little tears.
Where have I heard that before?
Oh. All right. Rolo. Saints, Vikings.
Man, I don't. I just as much as I mean, yeah, no, I don't see Dobbs doing anything against that Saints defense. I don't see it. I'm gonna go Saints.
I can agree with you there. I'm not in this race, so I'm gonna just But I kind of agree with that. I mean, like, bro, like Dobbs. I'm like, hey, I love what you did for me last week, baby. But I mean, like, what you gonna do for me this week?
Yeah, Saints defense is legit, man. They're good.
I got you, Amanda.
Where's it at?
It is at. Let me check right now. It is in Minnesota.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Derek Carr is not gonna have such a hot game as well. Captain Comeback is not making a comeback in this week, so.
Really?
Wow, another episode.
They beat the Colts.
Hey, Mike and Amanda on the same boat, floating down the river now, baby. Let's see what happens in Minnesota. Woo, can't wait for next week. All right. Hey, Tony.
New Orleans.
Oh.
Plain and simple. Pretty basic game. Gonna come down to a Derek Carr touchdown.
Okay.
Hey, we can still hope for that, right?
He's thrown 300 yards for the first 4 games. He's thrown over 300 yards, boy.
Killed it.
Right.
Except he gets taken out every time he hits the 10-yard line for Taysom Hill. But we don't know.
Exactly. Hey, Matt.
I'm a hater. I'm sorry.
Hey, you guys got any more room on that boat?
Come on.
Upset game.
I think Carr's going to have a down game, man. Mike took that right out of my mouth as soon as you said that game. I was like, Carr's going to have his down game. He's throwing 300 yards.
I thought the same.
You guys are hating on Carr.
I love Carr. Leave me alone.
I'm just saying, Carr. I don't think I've ever seen Carr go more than like 3 games with that. That many yards. And he gets overconfident a little bit, So. And Minnesota's defense is pretty good, man. Like they're no joke.
Yeah, no, you guys are right. So I'll be like, I can see that, but I'll be like, man, I agree with Tony. It might come down to say, hey, it might be the last, play of the game, and it might be a Carr, situation. Which the ball's going to be in his hands. Let's be real. Quarterback touches the ball 100% of the time. But I'll be like, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to watch that game just because of that. All right. Hey, now I
Me
got
too.
Texans Bengals.
Oh,
Texans Bengals, and hey, I'm going to start with Bova.
Cincinnati. I don't think
Short and simple.
I don't think the Texans. I don't think Stroud has another game like that. So I go Cincinnati is gonna lock them down.
Yep. Hey, did you hear about the rumor about CJ Stroud that we tried to trade a couple picks to try to get him, and we tried to badmouth him so he'd slide down? But
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard-
Yeah, I think I mentioned that last week.
yeah,
Yeah, that's like,
yeah.
man, that's a strategy, bro.
Oh, but hey, on to the hey, let's go, Amanda.
Yeah, welcome to the jungle, Bengals.
Ooh, Rolo.
yeah, that Bengals are in a roll, man. They got a lot of firepower right now, and that defense is playing. The Bengals.
Gotcha. Matt.
They're in Houston.
Nope.
They're in.
They
Cincy.
are in Cincy.
Oh, they're oof. Man, I wanted to say Texans, but man, I don't know. Cincy, yeah. Give me the I almost said it. Give me the Bengals.
All right, you got Cincy. I
Yeah.
got Titans Buccaneers.
Oh,
Or
I got the Bengals.
Oh, you. Oh, my bad, Mike. You got the Bengals. All right.
No, you got to sit out one game. You went 12 this week.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your catch-up game, guys.
Yes.
All right. So Mike got the Bengals. I figured that'd be a clean sweep. Hey, now I got Titans, Buccaneers, and let's start with Mike.
Oh man, I hate that game. Give me the Bucks just because they're at home, I guess.
All right, bro. Hey, since I see Rolo nodding his head, give me your thoughts, Rolo. Who do you
yeah.
got?
Will Levis is not that good, man. Give me the Bucks. Even though Baker likes to throw to the team, but I'll still take the Bucks.
Oh, all right. Hey, Bova.
I'm going Tennessee.
All right.
I think Will Levis will do just enough to not be the reason that they lose.
Hey, he's going to make sure that, Baker Mayfield's out there throwing it more times to the other team than he is his own team. That's what Hey, Matt, hit me up with it. What you got?
I'm gonna go with Bova on this one, man. I think Derrick Henry.
Ooh.
I think Derrick Henry runs over him, man. I think Will Levis does play just enough to win the game too.
All right. Hey, we got a 50-50 split right now. Amanda,
Bucks.
who do you got? Dang, quick and clear. She said Bucks.
Dang.
She said, nah. She's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about this William Levis dude. She said Bucks.
I didn't say
Straight
he was going
up.
to be the star of the show. I said it was Derrick Henry.
Hey, we got Lions Chargers. All right. Hey, let me start with halfway turned Bova.
Sorry, my phone keeps messing up. Lions.
Mike.
Like I always say, man, charge on D's. Give me the Lions.
Oh. Rolo.
Coming off a bye week, even though it's going to be in San Diego or San Diego, LA. Yeah, I'll take the Lions.
Lions. Amanda.
Okay, going with the herd, Lions. I really.
You got to pick against the Chargers.
I know.
Anybody but the Chargers.
I know.
It's like Mike says, charge these nuts. Matt.
Man, give me the Lions on this one because this is the game that's going to get us up in the lead, like put us in second for a minute. It's going to give us that half game lead against the Chargers, and we're coming up to the other game here in a minute. I'll give you my pick on that one.
All right. Hey, I got Falcons Cardinals, and let's start with Amanda.
Oh, Lord Jesus. They're both terrible.
Hey, no lie.
Who did he play at?
It's been in Arizona.
Arizona, not much of it. That's not saying much either.
I
though.
know. Falcons. Why not? I really could go either way here.
All right. Hey, let's go Rolo.
Yeah, I don't even know who the quarterback is in Arizona right now, man. To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Hey, is it Kyler Murray back?
No.
Kyler Murray back.
Yeah,
Huh?
Kyler Murray's back. Kyler
Is it?
Murray's back.
That's his first
Yeah.
game back, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
they're bringing him back. Oh, now he's like, wait a minute.
Kyler
Dang,
Murray's
man,
back.
that's gonna change the whole perspective, man. If they got Kyler back,
Yeah.
they both suck. They're not good. They're not good, man.
Changes
They both suck.
perspective.
I'm gonna
They
go with a
both
home team. I'm gonna
suck.
go. I'm gonna go with Cardinals, even if Cardinals doesn't start.
Okay.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Gotcha. Mike,
Falcons.
Matt.
Yeah, Falcons on that one. I just don't see, even if Kyler's back, I don't see him doing all that much after being gone for so long.
All right. Hey, I like the way that Mike was just like Falcons. Fuck you guys. No explanations.
He tried to finish it, but I cut him off.
Hey, Tony.
Kyler Murray is back. So I'll take the
Ooh.
Falcons.
He's back.
I love
Falcons. Shoot. All right, brother. Hey, let me get. Man, I don't even know why I'm asking about this game, but
Raiders!
No, wait. Whoa. No, not that one yet.
Cowboys.
We got to save the best one for last. All right.
It's
We got to
the
save the
Cowboys.
best for last. Yeah. Giants, Cowboys.
I
Hey,
think
Rolo, since you already guessed it, I mean, like, let's just go through it, please. Hit me with your thoughts.
Cowgirls.
Cowgirls. Rolo.
yeah, same. Cowboys, man.
Hey, is everybody just clean sweeping on the Cowboys? Do I got
Yes.
any upset alert right here?
Cowboys.
What?
I've already told you guys this. I do not root for the Cowboys. I'm sorry, man. I can't take
Wait,
them.
wait. Hold on. Did I hear Bova say that he's a Giant? That he got the Giants?
No. No.
All right.
No.
All right. Wow.
That's my
Hey.
upset of the week.
Oh, you got that upset of the week. You're going for the Giants. You don't got. Oh, dang. Okay.
No.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, and I just
Yeah,
can't
hey.
go for the Cowboys, man. I'm sorry. No offense to any of their fans or anything. I just don't. Just the team.
Yep. Hey, I got Commanders and the Sea Chickens. Okay. Hey, let's see. Let's start with Bova.
Seattle.
Okay. Mike.
I also like Seattle. Give me the Seahawks.
Rolo.
Yeah, the defense is good, man. Seattle's defense is good. They're the whatchamacallit, the Commanders' defense is terrible. It's like ranked 30th. So give me the Sea Chickens.
Okay. Matt.
Yeah, give me the chickens.
Amanda.
Yeah, same.
All right. Sea Chickens. Clean sweep. Let's go. All right. Hey, then I got Donko's Bills.
Oh,
Rolo, go ahead. I mean, like I heard the sound
Bills
effects.
Mafia all day.
Bills Mafia all day. Got you. Amanda.
Yeah, Bills.
Mike.
Bills. Not picking the damn Broncos.
Billy. I believe.
Matt.
This is the other one that I was talking about that's going to put us up that other game. So go Bills.
Tony.
Buffalo.
Got you. All right. Clean sweep for the Bills. All right, guys. And now for the game of the week. All right. We got our Raiders versus the Jets. Oh, let's go. All right, let's get those picks going. Rolo, we'll start with you since you was already flexing.
Raider Nation all day.
Hey, give me a score. Give me a score. I need a score. This could be a tiebreaker in case anybody ties.
Let's go.
Score.
Let's go Raiders 21, Jets 10.
That's close to what I was going to say.
Jets 10. Mike.
Yeah, let me take the Jets. No, I'm kidding. Get the Raiders.
You're fired.
And
Yeah.
let me 27-13. I just wanted to see the new folks' faces when I said that. I did that last week.
27-13. All right.
Yep.
Hey, Bova.
34-17 Raiders.
Wow, high scoring game. 34-17.
Tell you about the defense,
Offensive
man.
explosion.
Let's go.
Woo.
34.
I have
Keep it
faith.
Hey, if you got 34, I'm riding on the edge of my seat, and I'm definitely drinking a 6-pack of Coronas by then. So I'm
You-
excited.
Be chocolate wasted.
Yes, sir. Amanda.
20-9 Raiders.
Ooh.
Ooh. 20-9.
Good score.
3 field goals?
Field
Yeah,
goal.
that-
3
That's-
field
that's-
goals? Or you got, yeah.
No,
Touchdown.
2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
No, they're
Oh, yeah, them. Sorry, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes, so we're holding them
I thought
to
you got
3
it.
field
I got
goals, no touchdowns. What you got? You said
Yeah.
no. You're saying, oh, okay. Defensive freak.
I got
you.
it wrong.
man. That's those.
Hey,
That's those 6 sacks and 2 turnovers, man.
There
no,
you go.
I got you. Hey, that's a check mark right there. Hey, Matt, what do we
Yeah,
got?
I think I was pretty close last week. I think I guessed 27-14 last week. We came
Yeah, I
out
think so.
30-9. So I think, I'm gonna go this week though. Like I said, it's gonna be a closer game. I'm gonna go 13-10 Raiders. Like I said, it's gonna be a field goal, but it's gonna be a tough game.
Jeez, Matt is telling me I'm gonna have to call the paramedics, resuscitation team,
No, you're not gonna call
everything this
paramedics.
week.
It's just
I'm
it's
gonna
be a
get
tough
more
game,
gray
you know?
hairs.
It's
Hey,
gonna be that one where you're gonna be like, where when AP gets in that little bind, can he pull himself out? And this is the one that proves it. Like he is the
Yeah.
coach.
hey, I get what you're saying. I'm just like, man, game
I
that
know. I
close
wish I could say a little
definitely
higher,
puts a
but
lot
I
of
just,
grays. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
all right,
Let's
guys.
go.
So that is the last of the games, guys. The last part of the show, what we do is usually say, hey, open format. If you guys have any charities or anything like that you guys know of, that we can give to, that we can let Raider Nation know about, this is where we just, open it up and let people know about things going on in the community a little bit. So that way people know what's going on. So guys, hey, if you guys got anything, if you guys know anything that's going on with Raider Nation that people should be involved in, hey, go ahead, Amanda, let us know.
Well, my club and myself are about to do our annual Toys for Tots charity drive. So if you have one going on, you can always look in your area to see where ones might be going on, even if you or your club or whoever does not have one going on. Always a great cause. Of course, you guys know the Marines do that every year. So really awesome that they do. And then also, if you have a local Blue Star Mothers chapter and you have any leftover Halloween candy, they will take your candy and ship it to soldiers. So keep that in mind. I always try to buy like an extra bag every year and donate it. So that's kind of it that I got going on right now that I could think about.
Awesome. Hey, guys. So, again, like Amanda said, let's get together. Raider Nation, let's just all help each other. Let's all support each other. Hey, if you guys don't got a toy run, you guys know that Tulsa, Oklahoma has a toy run. Hey, it doesn't cost you anything to be like, hey, can I Venmo you $20? Can I do this? Can I help you out? Can I get you a toy? Guys, it's all about Raider Nation helping each other. Okay, we're massive. Hey, you got to look bigger than in your community, and you got to look bigger than yourself. Hey, that's another great program for the Blue Star Mothers. We actually want to get involved with that with our club. So, Amanda, we'll reach out to you. We'll put the links in our description down here when we put it on YouTube, on Facebook, etc. So that way people can get down and get connected. Hey, Tony, do you guys got anything going up in Spokane?
I'm in the process of working with an organization called Spokane Valley Partners. They do a lot of like clothing bank type giveaway stuff where people can come in, get clothing. Don't new clothing like socks, hoodies, hand warmers, stuff to keep them through the winter. So we're in the process of setting something up like that. We're gonna set up some barrels at our venue, be able to drop off some spots, and then they'll come and pick it up. And what we're gonna do is everybody that donates in the barrel, what we'll do is we have raffles every week, and so we'll allow people, after you donate, you'll get like 2-for-1 on your raffle ticket, so you'll get a extra chance at possibly winning one of those prizes. So
No, that's awesome, man. Hey, again, guys, if you are in Spokane, we're gonna put that in our links. We'll share that with all our Facebook, on all our Facebook social media sites everywhere. So that way you guys, if you guys can help out and get involved with TBH Spokane and help them in their area, definitely go out there and link up. Mike, do you know of anything? Do you have anything going on?
I didn't, but then I did see something the other day. If you guys, anybody know West Coast Pirates, they're doing a little raffle and it goes to charity. So I think he's got like 6 or 7 spots left. He's raffling off a signed Charles Woodson like poster, things like that. You can do that. His handle is West Coast Pirates. So if you're on Instagram, go for that. And I just want to make sure that this November 10th for the Marine Corps birthday, if there's any single ladies out there, that I want them to be safe with the Marine, okay?
November the 10th, all single ladies. Gunny Raider is available for protection. So
that's the other charity work, man.
Hey,
That's charity work for himself.
Yes, sir. Hey, again, brother, thank you so much for your service. I got nothing but love for you. We served together and we did the same thing, but I definitely love you, bro. And you know that, man.
For sure. Love
you. Yes, thank you guys. Both of you.
No, thank you, brother. Hey, yes, sir. Hey, Maddie, we got some stuff going on. So, guys, hey, I'm going to let Matt take over and let you guys know what our club got going on here on the Western Slope of Colorado.
So we are getting ready to we do our annual, we get together with the Eagles clubs, and we get together for Thanksgiving, and we get a bunch of baskets and stuff made up for people that have rough years or whatever, can't afford food for the holidays or whatever, so we get a bunch of that raffle or gathered up, and we go and we give that out to everybody every year. This will be our second year doing it, but and that's awesome. And then we also have a downtown in Grand Junction, we have a parade of lights. So it's for Christmas. Everybody decorates floats and they drive them down Main Street and whatnot. So we decided to get our club along with the Eagles and all them in there together and go parade down the street in Main Street and kind of promote our clubs and get us out there a little bit more. So that's pretty much what we got going on. So
yes, sir. Hey, and it's just like Matt said, man. I think every club, everybody here wants to get back to the community. We all want to get back. We all want to show that Raider Nation is positive everywhere we go. We have December the 2nd, like Matt said, we have our Christmas parade. We have December the 9th, we're doing a donation run for the Christmas baskets. And December the 16th, guys, we actually work with the Eagles we take kids that are in low-income housing and bad situations, and we take them Christmas shopping. It's really neat experience. We get dressed up. We do all sorts of stuff with the kids. And if you guys have an opportunity to do it with your guys' club, I totally suggest it. And T-Dub, who is the president of the Houston chapter, came on last week. And guys, what I would also tell you guys to do, if you guys are working with, a homeless shelter or anything like that, is to actually talk to them and reach out to them and tell them what you guys need in order for you guys to have a successful thing. Because there's sometimes out there we just go and grab stuff and we just don't know. So, hey, I want to thank you guys all for coming on the show. Thank you. Hey, Amanda. Thank you, Rolo. We love you guys. We hope to have you guys back. And we are actually going to have you guys back on the hookup where we talk about the club. So we'll have you guys back next week, and we hope to have you guys back on the show as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys so much. We appreciate your guys' time.
Thank you so much for having us on. This is a lot of fun. And can't wait to do it again. And next Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, guys, stay tuned for that one. And hey, it's all love. It's all about one nation, Raider Nation. So, hey, guys, much love to you guys. And you know what we will be saying all weekend long. Raiders!